Hello everybody, it's me, Unfriendly Porcupine, and today we are reviewing the Xuan Yu Honor Co. Wolf Team Troops, retailing for roughly about like $10, $12, $15 is how much I seen this set go for, and contains an unknown amount of pieces because they didn't specifically specify the exact number of pieces the whole thing has. And if you're wondering why this video came out very late, basically I got a scumbag seller who took very long ass time to actually send out, like literally waited till the last minute to send it out, missing pieces like this arm piece right here. When I asked if I could get, a replacement, could you send in the piece that was already supposed to come with the set, he basically played the game of hiding around the bush and saying stuff like, oh, if you buy another style, if you buy another set, then I send the pieces all together. He sent me the wrong instruction. It didn't even come with the right instruction, meaning I couldn't even build the things that I needed to. Like this, for example. I couldn't even build this the right way because I didn't have the instructions, and the instructions aren't even available online. Neither in the seller. He knows darn well he probably has the instructions. Could you at least just send me a digital photo? No, he couldn't even do that. I'm gonna spare you the trouble, but this seller right here, do not order from that seller. It's just not worth your time. So, there we go. Scumbag seller, don't order from that seller. Well, my comrades, you didn't come here for a raid. You came here for a review. So that's what we'll do. I'll just save that video for another time. And if you really guys want me to actually do that video, post in the comment section down below. And let's get on with the review. So let's go ahead and start off with these random little builds that you get in the set. Starting with this little thing. Yeah, unfortunately, since I didn't have instructions, I don't know exactly how they were built, so you get 3 of these kind of colored bricks. They're a very generic color. They look exactly like that color before you apply any paint application to it. So, 3 bricks, then you get this interesting thing, which kind of looks like a little mailbox. And you could use it as a little mailbox, or a little coin counter. You just insert one of these little things into here, point, and that's it. And then you just open it up and dump out all of the things in there, just like that. You could technically say it's a care package because it can actually hold some equipment in there. So I think this is a pretty good piece, even though your little coin can fly out, which it just did. I think, no, it's still in there. Yeah, but it can fly out a little bit. Anyways, moving on, you get these 2 little barrels right here, which are a little bit different from the Mega Construx style because they come with a little lid right here. So, and another thing that they've also been able to do, they actually made them stackable. Boom, you can now stack them. That's a good benefit. Moving on, we have this Dynamite piece, which is basically the Lego equivalent of the Dynamite. Still a pretty good piece. Then we have these craptastic Sandbags in a generic color that doesn't really work so well because they just slide around too much. Yeah. You could have just thrown in the official Mega Construx Sandbags instead. But no, Xuan Yu just still doesn't want to do that. It's either this one or the highway. They're just so stubborn. Just throw in the official Mega Construx one. Just knock those off. Call it a day. Then we have these ones right here. These computer laptops right here. They appear to seem to be a much higher quality plastic. But yeah, this is what they look like up close. Right here, so you can see them. They look pretty nicely. They also look like a cheap Dora Explorer laptop, And that's what the other side of it looks like. And unlike other knockoffs, they've actually managed to incorporate a stud, so you can actually attach it to the back of something. So yeah, it's stud compatible. That's a really cool feature. And now, to actually fold them all the way, you just do this. Boom. And now you can technically use it as a little suitcase. Yeah. And then if you want to open the top, it opens up very easily compared to the other knockoff where I literally had to struggle. Yeah, this one closes and opens up very nicely. Very good job, Xuan Yu. Very good job. And moving on over here, we have this Xuan Yu style of care package, which is just a Lego World War II care package. Really wish they could have used the official Mega Construx Call of Duty World War II care package, but this is what we're going to have to deal with. It opens up like this. It still works. You can still store some of your accessories in here, like this type of rifle, point. Store that in there, boom. it works. So this care package, yes, it works and it's not compatible. The only downside about this is it's pretty small, which means you can't hold a lot, but it works. I mean, the color, maybe they could have picked a better color choice, maybe added some speckle into it, but this still works, it's still decent. And moving on to the last thing, which is a bit of a monstrosity, but I mean, what can you do? I don't have the instructions, so I had to build it the best way that I can. So, yeah, I know it looks so stupid, but it's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, really wish I could have just had the instructions in it, but no. Seller just said no, couldn't do that. Anyways, took this thing apart. Here's this piece that I wanted to talk about. This piece right here is a very cool piece. This can actually compete with Mega Construx. It's a little bit more tighter, but look at that color. Here, let me bring in this white little platform underneath so you can see it much better. So after I turned on the flash, you can see it much better. It's a solid gray, light gray color with a little bit of silver in it. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, there we go. You can see it now with a lot more detail. It really likes to stretch back into its position. So, it's a lot more tighter than the official Mega Construx ones, which means it's going to wrap up tightly like that. So, I guess in a way the official Mega Construx ones are better in that way. But if you wanted a tighter one, for example, then this is a good one as well. Yeah, so overall, Knockoffs have done a pretty decent job with this piece. Okay, moving on to the figures. I'm gonna of course start off with the leader. Well, their supposed Wolf Team leader, because he's the one with the barrette. It's a very cool figure. Because, you know, he gets a barrette, and it's a very good color for the barrette. And of course, with these knockoffs, you can actually take off the little piece, which is very cool. It's more like Mega Construx. Plus, the plastic quality for these figures is also pretty decent. Not to mention the face job that they've done for the figure. If we zoom up closer right here, boom, you can see that. That's actually not that bad. I mean, if Xuan Yu was able to get this really good with the Mega Construx type of figures, you know, this knockoff company, imagine what they could do with the second eye application. If they're able to get prints this good, imagine what they can do. And speaking of prints, look what they have done for the Wolf Team logo. Yeah, check that out. You can actually read Wolf Team. That print right there is legendary. Especially for the knockoffs, that is like, wow. That is really, really, really good for the knockoff. I was not expecting the print to be that good. But yeah, it is there. You can actually read it. Excellent detail into the print, and of course all of the figures have this exact print. Moving on, this figure also comes with this type of vest right here, which is kind of like the modern vest. It's a really good vest too, and it's done with pretty decent quality. You could just take off this vest just like that, boink, and it exposes this shirt underneath. So yeah, Xuan Yu now is able to do this mold for their shirts. Excellent, I like it. Yeah, moving around, here's how the back of the shirt looks like, and unfortunately there seems to be a little bit weird discoloration with some of these pieces. Like, this piece is light green, this piece is light green, those pieces are dark green, dark green, dark green, and for some reason this forearm is dark green. Which, I don't know, that's just a weird discoloration thing. And speaking of discoloration, can someone explain to me why he's wearing brown underwear? He's wearing brown underwear over his pants. Or did he just soil himself because maybe the set was that bad? I mean, look at it, it's brown. But yeah, anyways, knockoffs, Xuan Yu, couldn't you just have made this piece exactly the same color as that piece? It's not that hard. Also, another color weird discoloration is this type of yellow tan, which is the same color as these Sandbag is, or in this color right here. Like, why the differences in colors? I don't get it. They have some type of weird color discoloration problem. This color is like, it kind of starts ruining the pants a bit. And speaking of ruining, they still can't fix up these glove molds. I mean, like, look how close the fingers are to the little wrist. Like, no, there's supposed to be at least some distance. It's basically the equivalent of your hand being like this. Yeah, that's where the attachment is. Yeah, it's just stupid. Hello, YouTube! And no, just like the previous figure system, these hands are not compatible with the official Call of Duty. The hole is just too small. So, yeah, what about it? And you might have not known, the boots are also take-offable. So, yeah, that's excellent. And also another very, very weird and strange thing with these figures is their left foot is very stable, but their right foot is loose. No, actually it's the other way around. Their left foot is loose and their right foot is stable. See that? But their left foot just falls off. And that's the same thing on every single figure. So, Xuan Yu, if you're watching this, yeah, fix up your left boots, cause they're loose. But your right boots are pretty good. So, yeah, that's one problem about these knockoffs that they have. Overall, though, they're pretty good quality, except for that. And for the vest, ching 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 ching, let's put you back on. Wink wink. And to show you that these things still work with their attachment points, here you go. Boom. This one's a little bit tight. This little pouch right here, wink wink. This one's a little bit tight. So they stick on pretty well. They're just a little bit tight. But yeah, they work. Now this is figure number 2. Basically the exact same body, and the only thing that changes about this figure is the head mold. Which actually, with the facial expression that they've given him, kind of looks like the Robotnik from Sonic. You know the new movie? Doesn't he kind of look like it with the mustache? Yeah, anyways. I also like how the Xuan Yu knockoffs, look what they've been able to do to his face. See, he kind of had his eyes skewed, so he looks a little bit that way. Which is pretty cool, and of course his helmets, they all come off, they rotate very nicely. And since Xuan Yu didn't want to actually put in ears for this head mold, since they directly knocked it off from the earlier World War II head molds like these ones, who didn't have any ears, yeah, this one doesn't have any ears. So he cannot hear anything I say. Haha, figure you suck and you can't hear it, haha. See, he can't hear it. Okay, here is figure number 3. The one that came with a missing arm. Yeah, so basically, here's the other part of the figure. You see this? He has the arm, but he doesn't have the little point to attach it to. Meaning I can't attach it. Like, that's such a crucial piece to be missing. Anyways, for this figure you might also notice that his arms are backward. Yeah, it's basically I got 2 left arms. If I rotate it like this, you'll see 2 left arms. I mean 2 left hands. Like, why? And you wouldn't believe how many times this has happened to the figure. Moving on to the head mold, because nothing else changed about this figure, this is how the head mold looks like. Does he have ears? Let's double check. Yes, he does. So good. Yes, and for the silver paint that they've done for this head mold, this is how the silver paint job looks like for this head mold. A little bit slope in the corner. The color is good, but for that corner you see it just kind of bled out. So yeah. Also another weird thing, this is knocked off from the official Mega Construx that had their helmets with a strap. Yeah. Doesn't it kind of look like the little goggle strap kind of got melted away? You see that? So I mean, if that's the aesthetic you want, there you go, but if not, yeah. And the prints are still very good, so yeah. Moving on to the next figure. And here he is. Basically looks like the exact same figure, but something different. With this figure, it's a darker color of helmet, and with the other one, it's a brighter color of helmet. You can see the difference of color right there. So yeah, that's basically the difference with the figures. And their faces have been painted a little bit different. Oh, and also, this figure doesn't have a double left arm. He actually has a right hand here, so yeah. And here is the next figure. The figure that has the best facial expression of them all. The very nervously looking at you expression. See that? He's looking at that unfriendly porcupine right over there. That friendly porcupine's watching back at you. Figure. But yeah, thankfully, this figure doesn't have that annoying double left arm, which is just... yeah, he actually has a right arm here. And of course, that's the head mold they decided to do. Excellent job on the mustache and the little chin, beard right there, and of course if you move around, here's how the helmet looks like. And he actually comes with ears this time. Good. Moving on to the next figure, which is this figure right here, who also has like a Vietnam era World War II kind of style helmet. Very cool helmet, And the facial expression. I like the beard texture that they gave in this figure. Look at that. Oh yeah, that definitely looks awesome. I like the facial texture they've done. I think knockoffs at this point can actually start implementing the second eye applications for their figures, to have the white eye on the background. Kind of like how the official Mega Blocks did back in the day. And here's how they run, of course. And look at the bullcrap that he has. Another left arm. So he has double left arm. So let's go ahead and tally up all the figures that have double left arm. Okay, so if we count up all the figures who have a problem with their arms. Hey, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did the little metal pocket thingy go? There it is! I found it! Wow, it's a pretty cool settle. Anyways, so here are all the problems with the figures that I got. Double left arm, and a whole missing piece to attach this hand to. Oh, yeah. This figure having another left arm, and these figures right here are actually all three figures done the way that they were supposed to be done. So yeah, basically half of my figures are messed up and the other half are good. Really wish I could have got a replacement for those parts. I could actually give you a much more proper review. Which is also one of the reasons I didn't review this until now. I didn't have all the pieces, but since I wasn't going to get them anyways, it's like, might as well. Okay, so here are the accessories you get in this set. I mean, of course you get all of these other ones, but I just separated out all of the ones that were duplicates. So yeah, right here you get some of the ones that we have already gotten, but there are some new ones, such as this MP5. And all of these are super cool and new because each one actually comes with a little attachment point. You see that little attachment point? That can attach to figures? Yeah. Each one comes with one of those. So yeah, that's definitely cool. So you can see, we kind of have that assault rifle kind of mold right there. Boom, we have that sniper, boink boink, we have that one. Of course the shovel, even the AK now, yeah, Xuan Yu now also does these AKs, which is pretty cool. They also do this type of weapon, which is pretty cool as well. And of course you have all of your other accessories that you're always used to with the Xuan Yu type of figures. And of course, yes, each of these attach very well, and each of these work very well with your Call of Duty official figure. And the knockoff ones as well. They're pretty decent. But there is a new change with these ones. Do you remember this type of grenade right here, right? Well, this one now actually has an attachment point, so yeah. If you want to attach this grenade to a figure, now you actually can. And you also get an epic bipod, which works perfectly well. And of course you get the leg strap. And yes, just like with all of the other figures, the leg straps are such a pain in the ass to put on, which is why I didn't put them on. Yeah, if you want to know how much of a pain in the ass it was to put those leg straps on, just watch my Xuan Yu American World War II review. Watch that and you'll see how difficult it was to put it on. I'm going to spare you the trouble here, but yeah, those are all the accessories and you basically get 6 copies of each, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, and for each accessory you get 6 of them, 1 for each figure. So yeah, all of those accessories that I showed you, you just duplicate by 6 and that's all of the accessories you get. Oh, and you'll also get a backpack for these figures, done in this color. And there's 6 of them, 1 for each one for each figure. This is how the backpacks look like. Like that. Let me just lower down the brightness so you can see more detail into it. Yeah. That's the color choice they went with these backpacks. It works pretty well right here, and you can also see with the backpack mold. Yeah, it's just a flat stud. Versus to the official one, there's actually a round bump on it, which makes it a lot easier to attach to your figures. For example, let's go ahead and take this figure. Here's how the backpack works. You just stick this in, chink chink, and boom, there you go. It attaches and it holds on pretty well. You can of course rotate it how you want to, though since the way it's designed, it does feel like a little bit loose. Ah, man, these figures. Their legs are loose because that the right leg is loose. No, the left leg is loose. The boot mold. Yeah, there you go. Boom, it attaches, and if you want to attach your weapons, for example, you just take this and you attach it to that. So yeah, check that out. That right there is super duper cool. Yeah. Thank you Xuan Yu, for making your product better. Now, if you could just take this exact design that you implemented, making these little pouches attachable, though it's a very, very tight attachment point, Now if you could just take that whole thing and fix up those lame ass sandbaggies, fix up these glove molds, man, Xuan Yu, you would be on a roll. And of course, all of the accessories, like I said, they have the attachment point, so you can attach all of them to any part that you want to. And for this part, I'm going to rotate all of the accessories. Bruh, one problem about this weapon right here is it's clearly not designed for the figures. The grip is just off. Yeah, look at this. You try to attach it to the figure, look what happens. Yeah, you can't rotate it at all. It's just stuck like that. Yeah, that's fun. The only part you attach it to is basically this part right here. Boom, there it is. Okay. Yeah, this part right here, you can already kind of see how when you try to take it off, it will just snap off easy. So that's not a good accessory. Okay, everybody, it is final judgment time! For the aesthetics, I give this set a 7 out of 10. You get epic prints, especially with that Wolf Team logo. Like, I love it. Plus, also excellent facial details with the mustache. Very good for a knockoff. However, brown underwear, which really makes it look like they just soiled their underwear. Not very good look. Plus, the colors right here, especially this color that they went with, it looks very plain, like as if you didn't color it at all. It just looks like a beta color. Anyways, for the playability, I give the playability a 7 out of 10. You get a crap ton of accessories, as always, because that's what the knockoffs do. You just get them now in the brown color and new type of accessories. Instead of World War II, you get more of the modern style of accessories, like the AKs. They're very cool. However, the sandbaggies just suck. The one right here, oh, well, I guess his face got exposed now. Anyways, what I was saying was the sandbaggies suck. Oh, you can't even see the sandbaggie. Hey, let me take that pillow away from you, comrade. There we go. This piece, they just suck. Like, suck big time. There we go. You also get a care package, which is what the soldier is sleeping in. So yeah, that's excellent. Even though you can't store a lot with the care package, at least you get one. And if you want to consider this piece a second care package, go ahead. It's more like a mail-in box or something, but yeah. You also don't get any figure stands. Like, Xuan Yu, that's a disappointment. You really should get some figure stands. Come on, your other knockoff Mega Construx Call of Duty competitors have already done figure stands, like X-Block. They've already done figure stands, so why haven't you? Come on, Xuan Yu, get on the game. But what they've done very well is every weapon has an attachment point. Very epic job, Xuan Yu. You gave every single weapon an attachment point. I was not expecting that, so very good job. For the value, I give this set a 7 out of 10. Even though, yes, you'll get a crap ton of weapons, which should make the set a 10 out of 10. You get 6 figures, but some of the pieces here are just crap, like the sandbag is. Ugh. And some of these builds, they don't bring a lot of value to the table. You know, maybe they threw in a lot more care packages, maybe more sandbags and other stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm still going to make the value 7. Ugh. Even though the accessories are good. Oh yeah, and also why the value isn't so high is some of these accessories, even though they're very, very good, some of these accessories are kind of, in a way, useless. Like, for example, these ones. The grip just doesn't grip so well, so that isn't the really good accessories. Some of these other guns are actually pretty good accessories, so you get a mixed bag. However, all of these little pouches, flashlights, and all of the official Call of Duty accessories that they have knocked off from the official, all of those are very good. So that's why I make it a 7 out of 10. Even though, yes, you get a lot. Not every accessory here is actually good or worthwhile. But some really, really are. And last but not least, for the build, I give the build a 7 out of 10. Now, it's kind of hard to judge the build when you don't even have instructions. Yeah, thanks a lot, seller. You couldn't even send me an email for me to do a proper review. But, yeah, for the barbed wire, the build is horrible, but it also might be because of me, because I built it wrong, because I don't have instructions. But, some of the things that are here, the pieces themselves, they don't really build so well. The figures are very easily to assemble. I'm gonna consider that part of the build because when I noticed when I build these figures, they were very easy to put apart, put together, and the fingers didn't hurt as much as to compare this the American ones. The first one they've done, it was finger hell. You can actually check it out right here, I'll link it. Or towards the end of the video. And horrible ass sandbag, it's just horrible. They don't build properly. And that brings us to the final score, which I give a 7 out of 10. It's a C. Well, my comrades, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big, fat, juicy like. And as always, my comrades, if you want to see more content from me, a friendly porcupine, such as that video I'm going to do about that knockoff seller, that ScumBag knockoff seller who sold me this set for you guys to review. You want that video? Post in comment section down below. I'll try to make that video happen. And for other knockoff reviews and other knockoff news and other Mega Construx Call of Duty videos, you know what to do. Hit subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video, my comrades. Take care, everybody. Отлично, я мои русские солдаты нашел. So вот этот ревью я скоро сделаю, мои подписчики. Не переживайте, мои товарищи. Or, how they like to say it in English, comrades.